This is the machine you've been working on, the Janome, okay? Notice that there should always be material under the presser foot. This is the presser foot here. There's a couple of maintenance things that I want you to pay attention to. Right here is the screw that holds the needle in. If the screw gets loose, you can see how that wiggles. The needle will actually eventually fall out, which is not something you want to have happen. So make sure when you sit down at your machine that the screw is tight. Also, you'll notice there's another screw back here. If it's loose, and it will get loose over time, your presser foot starts to wiggle. So before you start sewing, just make sure that it's finger tight, okay? That way then you'll see that it has very little rocking. The issue with that is, if this is rocking too much, this can rock back and the needle comes down and it might hit the presser foot instead of go through the hole designed for the needle. Okay? Now, when you sit down, you take your material out, put it in a little cubby, and close it. Okay? Now, a couple of other reminders. Towards you, to you. If you push it away and there's thread in here, the threads are likely to lock up. Okay? This hand wheel, turns this and changes the stitches. Also notice that your settings change for each stitch that you use. You're going to start this first project at a stitch of number 1. The other thing you need to be aware of, this is your needle position. So watch, I'll bring the needle up. You always know the needle is as high as it'll go when you see this. Watch the needle as I change the needle position. It goes all the way over to one side. Okay, you're going to need this one, depending on the stitches you choose. The only other thing is this. This is your stitch length, this bottom one. When you're at 0, it's like you're driving a car in park. You're going nowhere, but the machine will still work. The minimum is 1. The standard that you're going to sew at most of the time is 2. If you end up sewing with fleece, you're probably going to sew at a 4. So we're going to start at 1.